You're tuned to KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico, 90.9 FM. And now 103.3 FM, K277CR, Durango, Colorado. Do you have health insurance? If not, this is a great time to get it. The high-quality health plans at healthcare.gov are now more affordable than ever. How much you pay is based on your income. 4 out of 5 people qualify for a health care plan of $10 a month or less. For free help enrolling, call healthcare.gov at 1-800-318-2596. 1-800-318-2596.
Welcome to Cloud Shop. Nicole Brown, the Public Information Officer for the Farmington Police Department. And with me as always is Chief Hebbe, our fearless leader.
It's good to see you again, Nicole.
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Another 2 weeks have gone by.
I know. It goes by so fast.
It really is flying this year. Last year, honestly, it was like a month in between each one of our 2-week shows. 2020 was a very slow year, but this one's just flying by.
It is. I can't believe June's almost over. And, next weekend is 4th of July, which is absolutely blowing my mind.
I don't know. It's honest. So we've actually got a guest today, but I can't remember her name. What is it?
I know her name. Nicole Hall.
Yeah, that's right, Nicole. That's right.
Well, I mean, the Nicoles.
Yeah, that's right. How could I have possibly forgot that?
No. Yeah, and I was here a year ago, and we had that same joke.
We did.
And it was my birthday. So.
But you know, it was funny back then. And it's
it was my
That's
birthday
your
last time.
Yeah,
it was super fun.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate being here again. So
absolutely
super excited.
Yeah, we love having a guest. 'Cause usually it's just us.
Just you guys chattering.
Yeah. No, it's fun to have someone new.
Okay.
That's right. Can only kick Scott around so much before it starts getting old.
Yeah.
So this is an important month for the organization that you are the president of, and you're the president of Identity Inc., and this is Pride Month.
Yeah. So this is the month to celebrate everything that we do try to do on a regular basis with the organization. So in this month we try to do as many events as we can. This year still a lot of things are going virtual, and so we weren't able to participate as much as we wanted to, especially Durango didn't have their Pride this month. They're going to have it next month, so we'll be up there next month still celebrating. They do have an event this weekend that I think we're going to have some representatives go to and just try to make sure our name's getting out there, because during the pandemic, we lost the building, and so that was kind of really devastating for us. It was the only one in New Mexico that actually had a place for people to go of the LGBTQ community, and so us losing that was just heartbreaking, because then we didn't have that space to hold our meetings, and then the group meetings for the teens and all of those things, and just all of the other things that we were doing for the homeless community and any kind of the housing things that we were doing. And it was unfortunate that people don't actually have a place to go right now where they know that they're safe. And so we're really hoping to participate in as many events as we can and raise some money so we can get back out there and continue to just find more ways to help, because we're still around. So
well, that is good. The folding of the building for Identity Inc. was a shame. I was a big supporter of that. The PD has been down there. We had a good relationship. Don Stage, Judy Polier, back in the day, and so that was disappointing. But I was glad to see you guys are fundraising and still have a goal of getting back in some other format. So.
Yeah. So that was. I think during the pandemic, we were just really, really frugal with our funds, and we want to save as much as we can, and we're getting donations, and people are really actually helping out pretty good in the community. We just had someone do a birthday fundraiser for us, so that was nice. But our most recent thing, because we wanted to try to get back out there and fundraise, but in a way that was still sort of COVID safe, and so we thought about doing a raffle. It was actually suggested to us by a friend, Colby Caldwell. He does Caldwell Coffee in Aztec, and so they're kind of spearheaded it, and we took over. And the first, I guess, premiere of the raffle was at Pride in the Park last weekend, which you were there.
I was.
Yeah, I tried to take him for all he had, but
Oh, yeah.
And there's our picture up. You had, well, your outfit was a little discreet. Is that
no, it's very subtle. It's very subtle,
I loved it so much.
super subtle. Yeah.
I like the way it. First of all, it kind of blended in with the tree.
Yeah.
But it stood out against my dark uniform, so it worked out well that way.
Yeah,
so it was
yeah,
a
yeah.
good picture.
Thanks. Yeah,
So it was
no, that's
nice
a good
bumping
one.
into you down there. You did have a raffle going, and I hope you had a lot of folks stopping by and visiting you guys.
Yeah, so with the funds that we did have, we were like, okay, let's have a table and we'll give out free swag. And so we had bracelets and flags and pins and stickers and all kinds of stuff to give out to people. And so as they stopped at the table, we're like, all of this is free, but we are raising money. So if you'd like to buy a raffle ticket, we're giving out these things, and a lot of people. I think we made over $300 that day. So
Good.
Oh, that's
yeah,
great.
so it
Well,
was
that's very
really
good.
really cool.
So what are you raffling?
Oh, okay. So the big stuff we had at the Pride in the Park, and then we're also have it online as well, which we're going to post here very shortly, within the next couple of days. But so we have big prizes. We have a picnic basket, which is like it's like a wicker basket, but it closes, and so inside it's like a set for 4, and it has like its own built-in cooler. There's a nice bottle of scotch in there. And then some like placemats and stuff, and
Oh, awesome.
yeah, so that's we're raffling that, and then we're raffling. We actually got a donation from Target. They gave us like a propane grill,
Oh,
yeah, and
wow.
$100 gift card. So those two will be combined together. So we're raffling that off. We also got. We have a wine basket that we're raffling off. We have a $200 gift certificate for a tattoo we got from Tattoos by Casey.
Oh.
So, and actually, so there was a raffle that someone else won from The Indivisible, and they donated that to us. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
good.
Just like paying
I
that
think
forward.
I'm pretty. It was Indivisible or Four Corners. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. You're putting me on the spot, but one or the other. So they donated that to us. So we're raffling that off. And then we just have some other small items, some gift cards and things like that we're going to sell at lower ticket prices for that kind of stuff.
Very
So,
good.
Yeah.
Well, I
very
passed
cool.
on the opportunity for the tattoo.
I told them it'd be great.
But I did
would
think,
be.
If you could-
FPD.
yeah,
and the
like if you could
Packers,
just get
something like that.
the badge on him.
Yeah. Then I wouldn't need the uniform.
Exactly.
I could just show up. I got my badge here.
Just
Yeah.
the belt, the
Yeah.
gun belt.
Yeah.
And
Nicole might not really love that.
No.
Actually, neither Nicole.
Not in your
might
vision,
actually
then?
love
yeah,
that.
I just don't know how I
How
would
that-
explain that.
Okay.
But you are turning
Yeah.
color, so it obviously wasn't well received. Other than the sexual
Yeah.
harassment suit, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate you stopping by though, and
Oh,
also the officers that you guys had just kind of patrolling and hanging out. They, there were some people that came that were, not necessarily. I guess I'm just going to be candid and say they were like passed out, where the kids were playing games and stuff, and
Right.
so the officers, did an excellent job getting them out of there without any hassle or anything like that. And so we were really surprised that we didn't have any anti-protesters, but we think just kind of their presence and driving around and stuff kind of stopped anyone who might have wanted to do that. So
Good.
I do appreciate you guys doing that for us.
We're just so excited that there's community events happening.
Yeah.
We're like, let's go to these because this is great.
Yeah.
We missed this.
And there were
that's right.
so many people there. So
Oh, that's
it was
so great.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think because we kind of slapped it together in a couple of weeks. But I did try to get it out, to the public as much as I could, and I think it worked because we had, probably 150, 200 people come through. So we ran out of stuff to
Great.
give out. So
Oh, good.
yeah, it was
That's
really cool.
great for our area because it's hit or miss sometimes with your events,
Yeah.
whether or not people show up. So that's awesome.
And I think this one was good too because it was all ages, right? So when
Yeah.
you have like a drag, drag show at a bar, then you only get like, the adults that can, so I think it was really cool to just see like the teens and even like people that have kids were able to come to this event and everyone was able to celebrate together. So it was really cool.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a good relationship with you in your organization since the first Pride Parade, which was like 6 years ago already.
Yeah, I want to say 6 years. Yeah, right after the Pulse, right?
Yes,
I think
it was that.
Yeah.
It was that next week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think here last year you couldn't do it. It got canceled, and then this
Yeah.
year
Mhm.
we didn't have one. So
Yeah.
is that in your plans again to have
Yeah,
another one?
absolutely. So, I mean, with us putting it together within, in 2 weeks, and then the turnout that we had, we're just like, there's still a community out there. There's still a lot of support. So we need to make sure that we go bigger and better next time. And so that is kind of just that whole experience last weekend just kind of put a fire under everybody. And so we are determined next year to just come back with a parade and more events and a party and things like that,
Sure.
and just kind of make it a whole weekend kind of thing, or maybe a whole day of different things. So that's definitely in the plans, and it definitely helped that so many people came out last weekend.
And you're going to you've still got this raffle going on, and you're going to post it on your website. What's the website? that
So
people
we're
can go
the
to?
website. It's going to be like a hosted website by I cannot remember, but they just host raffles, and so what they'll give
okay.
us is they'll give us like a QR code and a link that we can post on our social media.
Okay.
That will take people to that particular website. So we'll post that on our website, identityinc.org, and then we'll post it all over social media, and then we'll have like the QR code on like flyers, and we'll post that everywhere and tell
Good.
everyone to share it. And so there will be several ways for people to get to the raffle, and it's going to go through the end of the month of July. So
Okay.
we'll pick the winner on August 2nd. We'll pick
Oh,
all
very
the
good.
winners. So
Well, good.
Exciting.
Well,
Plenty of time to enter.
yeah,
That's
plenty
right.
of time.
Plenty of time to enter and donate and help a good cause.
Yeah.
Last year was a tough year for a lot of businesses, but tough for your organization as well.
Yeah, it was sad. I think that just the pandemic hit everybody, and so I think for us, we tried to stay in the building, but just the funds were dwindling, and we weren't able to fundraise. Right, there wasn't a way for us to have those parties, or we did a lot of yard sales from donations and made a lot of money that way, and it's just things that we couldn't do during the pandemic that helped us, that supplemented us getting grants, which we also didn't have a grant writer last year, so we weren't able to apply for a lot of funds that were probably available to us. So we're looking for one. Anyone know how to write grants? Contact us. But yeah, I mean, we still have hope, and we're really looking forward to coming back in the future, and hopefully buying a building, something, investing in identity in itself instead of just leasing. So
Sure.
yeah, we're just big plans.
Well,
Yeah,
real estate
no, I love
costs right now are through the roof, so
Yeah.
maybe not
Well,
the
well,
best time to buy
Not
anyway.
the commercial though. I heard commercial was
Really?
Yeah, I heard commercial was the opposite. So like
Oh, okay.
residential is like pew, but
Yes.
commercial is the opposite, I guess, because home offices now. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, well, that makes some sense.
That
Yes.
does
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool that you guys didn't just completely dissolve.
Yeah.
You guys made it through the pandemic, and that's amazing.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I mean, the people that I have on the board, everyone is just loves what Identity does, and so with that dedication, we're able to just every month, get together and we're like, okay, do you think we can do anything in the next month? What are your ideas? And if we're just like, okay, no, let's stay on the hiatus, let's not spend any money, but we, everything that we do, all the decisions that we make together, and everyone is, on the same page, just trying to make sure that Identity doesn't go away, because obviously, from last weekend, it's important for us to be around.
Yes.
And I've had quite a few parents reach out to me and want to talk about, when are you guys going to start your meeting up again for the teens, because, my teenager just really needs that kind of support, and I think that is the first thing that we're going to do once we figure out how much we've made from the raffle. We're going to try to find a place. I met a couple of people out in Aztec for the proclamation that were willing to lend us their space too. So I think maybe even sooner than after the
Good.
raffle, we might get that back together. So
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of your members and your board, you lost one of your founding members here just a few months ago. Just a great guy, friend of the show, as they say on the
Yeah,
radio channel, but we've
yeah.
known him and worked with him, Don Stage, one of the founding members with Judy Polier. Talk a little bit about Don's impact on your organization and what you guys are doing to try and replace him.
So, there's no replacing Don. I mean, you know that. Don was integral. I mean, he just knew everyone in the community. So if we ever had a question or needed something, Don knew exactly who to go to. And since, he's been with Identity from the beginning, so his passion for what we did was, I think, above everyone else's. So that is definitely missed in our meetings and in our events. Just his spirit, his energy. I mean, I can't even talk about how many ways Don is missed, because him and I met on the board, but then we also developed a personal relationship, and he was a confidant for me, and so I lost him in that way too. And it's just it's unfortunate, but the circumstances and how everything happened, but I think that we want to do something to try to move on and to move on from it, and to kind of celebrate who he was for everyone, because he's done a lot in the community for, because he worked for CYFD, and then he worked for SAS, and everything that he did for Identity. I mean, he was just really important and touched so many lives, and so we want to make sure that we are carrying on, in his name, in his memory, and doing the best that we can, because I think no one wants to disappoint him. Even
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So yeah, we definitely think about Don whenever we make our decisions. What would Don do? And so he's here in spirit, but we definitely plan. I think we're going to do something around the 1-year anniversary, because Don didn't want to be in the spotlight, right? So we'll do something subtle, but we definitely want to celebrate him. 'Cause he's missed, but he's definitely left his legacy. So
Yeah, he had a huge impact. You're definitely right.
So nationally, it's a busy month, not just here for Identity and for our group, but nationally. And so, anything going on nationally that you've been seeing?
Nothing in particular that comes to mind right now. I guess
some places they still can't do the events, but some I think they are doing the events.
Yeah, so I actually was on the phone with a friend, and we were talking about how different Pride is for a lot of different places now, and not just because of COVID or the pandemic, right? Not just because of COVID restrictions and things like that people are doing a lot of things virtually, but also you're seeing like a transition or a trend where a lot of smaller cities are actually doing things to celebrate Pride as well. And so that was really cool to hear that, there's small towns in Arkansas and in Utah that are actually, comfortable with celebrating Pride, because just I think that with the presence that it's had and people just being more comfortable and talking about it, that people are able to celebrate it a lot more across the country and find their communities. So I think that's really fun.
Good. Well, you're also reasonably new to our area, just a couple of years. You've come from a big city.
Yeah.
How have you enjoyed the transition, and what do you think of Farmington?
So the transition was rough. It was rough. I had not had a winter for 8 years. And so when I moved here, and I asked everyone before I moved, I said, hey, how are the winters there? And they said, oh, no. It snows, but then it disappears. And so I came...
Well, you asked me, and I was from Alaska. I didn't tell you. Actually, I'm from Alaska, so this is nothing. But, so that matters.
So I moved here Thanksgiving week of 2018, and I think I had maybe 10 or 12 snow days that was that bad winter. And so I was upset.
You're like,
everyone lied to me. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I grew up in a small town, Belvedere, Illinois, and so, I think this kind of reminds me, it's actually, this place is bigger than Belvedere, so it kind of reminds me of that. And honestly, I love I love how rural it is, and I love being able to go outdoors and do all of those things. So it's just been really fun, and I've met a lot of really cool people, really great people. I've made a lot of friends and a community. So it's a lovely place.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Means more to Nicole. She's a
I know,
lifer.
'cause I'm born and raised.
okay.
She's a born and
so
raised.
that makes me happy
Yeah,
that
no.
my hometown's hosting people well.
It makes me happy to think that I might have misled you into thinking the winters are mild here.
Yeah.
Because they really are mild compared to Alaska.
I know they are.
But
they
this
are,
last one was a little rougher.
Mhm,
My blood is definitely thinner,
Yeah.
tragically, and,
Yeah.
and I feel them. So I'm kind of whining just like you, which is sad. Because back in the day, this was, come
Yeah,
on.
that was nothing.
There was no jackets.
Yeah, I know. I sent a photo when we had the first snow day. It was like 1.5 inches of snow, and I sent a photo to someone back home in Illinois. They just sent me a photo of the snow, like
Yeah, that's right. Perspective's really
6 to 8
important.
inches. Yeah. So
It's nice to have like 4 distinct seasons.
that is great. It really is, because I lived in Phoenix before here, and so it's just all summer.
Yeah.
And then you have like spring for like the month of January, and then that's it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it is nice to go back to all the seasons. I do enjoy it. I as much as I complain about the winter, I'm a fan.
Makes you celebrate the spring.
Yeah.
That's right.
and the
Yeah.
fall.
That's right.
So what do you think about horseback riding? Just
my
to kind of, well, never mind. We'll say
I,
that for
I
another
just
show.
went. I just went in Phoenix like a month ago.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Yeah.
See, it's great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
One of the most dangerous activities
I'm gonna send
that a PIO can participate in.
No, I hurt myself.
What have you done?
I fell off my horse.
Oh,
The
no.
chief loves to bring it up so that I can tell people that I fell off my horse.
He's looking out for the community.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's all about safety here.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you very much for being on.
Yeah. No. Thank you for having me and letting me talk about identity and just getting the word out and letting people know that, that we're still here. So there are services that we aren't unable to give because we don't have the building, but you can call us anytime and we can point you in the right direction. We have a lot of community resources. So definitely call us if you guys need anything, if you have any questions, anything like that.
You
We're
still have a
around.
website
Yeah, we still have a website.
and Facebook?
And Facebook, yep, and
Facebook.
our phone number's on there, and
Good.
One of us board members will answer the phone or call you back and make sure we get your needs taken care of. So,
Very good.
Awesome.
Well, honestly, Nicole, that was one of the more colorful photos that I've
oh
participated in.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Seeing you last weekend, and again, we very much appreciate you coming in and spending time with us, and we wish you a lot of luck.
Thank
For
you.
Don, for
Yeah.
Judy, and for all the folks that need your services. We're wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Nicole, next time we're on, I think we get it a little more in depth about your life and who you are and where
Yeah.
you come from.
Yeah. We do every time.
Mission
Every
successful.
time we scratch the surface just a little
Oh,
bit.
I know.
deeper.
I want to peel back the
Oh.
layers.
Oh,
of the,
okay. All right. Are these turning into therapy sessions?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
or at least hostile work environment.
All
Something along those
right.
lines.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, it'll be a couple of weeks, and we'll see you. Have a great 4th of July. That is coming up very
It
quickly.
is, yeah. Be
and
safe.
Be safe, and we'll see you here on the Cop Shop. Thank you.
Robbing people with a 6-gun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I miss my baby and I'm hurting love. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I left my baby and it feels so bad. I guess my race is run. Well, she's the best girl I've ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won.
Do you have health